Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of What the Smart Book Reviews doesn't. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. My name is Candace and I am your host. As you can see, there's like a little, do you see it? It's like bright AF outside and there's like a crack in my blinds over this direction that I can't seem to plug where there's light shining through and it's fucking up my whole joint. We're gonna ignore it. It's the best I can do. Hi. Typical. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be continuing on our adventures of I forget what it was called. Was it from page to film? From page to screen? I can't remember. Anyway, we're going to be continuing that series and we're going to discuss Bridgerton. Do you know? You know. I know you know. So this has become like a blown up phenomenon, rightly so, because it was released on Netflix on Christmas Day, December 25th. I have watched the series all the way through 3 times. 3 times already, y'all. And the main reason, which I don't think will come to any surprise to anyone, is the lead actor who plays Simon Bassett, aka the Duke of Hastings. And his name, and I'm going to try not to fuck this up, is pronounced, where the fuck is it? Regé-Jean Page. Very French. I don't know if he's French or not. I don't know. But the Netflix original series Bridgerton is based on a series of novels by author Julia Quinn. If you are a fan of Regency romance, you will probably know who Julia Quinn is, and you will probably have read this series before. I did. I know I did. It's been many years, but I have read the series before. There's a lot of hype around this series, and there's also a lot of criticism towards the series in terms of the Netflix series, not the book series. The book series, I'm sure, is like world-renowned, like everybody loves it, right? But the Netflix series, on the other hand, it's mixed. There's mixed reviews. And I'll tell you why. First things first, the books. I will read you guys the blurb for the book in just a second. I'm going to give you the pertinent deets for the book. So Bridgerton, the series, is based roughly on, or at least the first season, because if I'm not mistaken, I did see somewhere where there is going to be a second season set to start filming in 2021, aka this year. So the first season, which is I think either 8 or 10 episodes, something like that, centers around the story of Simon Bassett, the Duke of Hastings, and Daphne Bridgerton, who is the eldest Bridgerton daughter. So the book is actually not called Bridgerton. For this story, it is actually called The Duke and I. And it has 433 pages. You can currently get it for your Kindle or Nook for the price of $7.99. The paperback is listed on Amazon as being $16.59, no Prime shipping. So I'm guessing it's offered through a third-party seller and not actually from, like, legit from Amazon. $16.59 is also pretty pricey for a paperback, so I don't really know what's up with that. It could have something to do with maybe the book went out of, has not been reprinted, or like they're reprinting it with the new cover that's going to feature the characters from the series, the Netflix series. That may be in the works too, or it may have already happened and I missed it. I don't know. And maybe the $16.59 is going to come with the new cover. Maybe, I don't know. If it did, I would buy it though, because I'm obsessed. Like, I have seen the original cover, which is the one that I have. It's on my shelf somewhere. going for as much on eBay as $100 for a paperback, mass market paperback, like the small one, the little joint. $100. Have you lost your mind? I have seen it for lower than that, obviously, but it's in varying conditions of used, and you're going to take your chances on that. I don't know. But yeah, if you have not read the book, you don't need to read the book in order to enjoy the series. The series explains and tells you everything that you need to know. In almost all cases, most people will tell you when a book has been adapted to the screen, whether it be into a movie or a series or whatever, almost exclusively the book is better. And the main reason for that is because the book has 433 pages of details that they can't fit into a short movie that's like an hour and a half or 2 hours, or even into a series. Like, there's going to be things left out. There's going to be things that they have to cut. It's understandable. Are you one of those people who still gets mad? Why? Don't, like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you knew this was going to happen. I really appreciated the fact that this book was adapted into a series instead of being adapted into a movie, because it does allow for more of the book's plot line to be put into the series. It allows for more of the details to be put into the series. Each episode is about an hour long, and like I said, there's like 8 or 10 episodes, so you're looking at like quadruple the amount of detail that you would have gotten in a 2-hour film. So I really appreciated that. Thank you. I will read you guys the blurb for the book itself. And if it sounds like something that you might be into, then I would suggest that you go get the ebook. If you do have an e-reader, it's a reasonable price of $7.99. If you don't do e-reader and you only do physical copies of books, then there may be a place where the re-released book with the new cover is out somewhere, or you may be able to find like used copies on eBay or Book Depository or wherever. So the blurb for the book itself, The Duke and I, says, by all counts, Simon Bassett is on the verge of proposing to his best friend's sister, the lovely and almost on the shelf Daphne Bridgerton. But the two of them know the truth. It's all an elaborate ruse to keep Simon free from marriage-minded society mothers. And as for Daphne, surely she will attract some worthy suitors, now that it seems a duke has declared her desirable. But as Daphne waltzes across ballroom after ballroom with Simon, it's hard to remember that their courtship is a sham. Maybe it's his devilish smile. Certainly it's the way his eyes seem to burn every time he looks at her. But somehow Daphne is falling for the dashing duke for real. And now she must do the impossible and convince the handsome rogue that their clever little scheme deserves a slight alteration, and that nothing makes quite as much sense as falling in love. I gush, because it's just so... If you're a fan of Regency romance, do it. Buy the book, read the book, watch the series. The series is so... We're going to talk about the series. Okay. The series. I fall into that category of people who say that 99.9% of the time, the book is better than the movie, or the book is better than the series, or the whatever, the film, the franchise, whatever. There are very few exceptions. 50 Shades of Grey. I enjoyed the movies more than I enjoyed the books. It's whatever. I don't know. And I think a lot of that lended to the soundtrack, because the soundtracks for the 3 films, I'm terrible. I told my mom I enjoyed the soundtracks better than I enjoyed the films, and I enjoyed the films better than I enjoyed the movie. Better than I enjoyed the books. So, I'm a weirdo. I know. For this is another one of those. I felt from the first episode, I fell in love with the series. The casting has been a major source of controversy for critics and diehard, Regency romance readers, whatever. They took a time period, which is Regency romance, like it's set in like Regency England, when there would not have been any prominent people of color. If there were people of color, they would have been relegated to paid house servants and whatever, you know what I mean? I don't pretend to be like an expert on Regency London in terms of rank and stat. I don't pretend to be an expert, but I'm assuming that that's why people are upset. So what they did with the series was they took people of color and they elevated them into statuses that were equal to white people or Caucasians, such as myself. So the Duke of Hastings in the series is an African-American male. I say African-American, but he's British. So I don't know is there a different word for that? Because he's not American. I just thought about that. Is there a different word for British black people versus what? There probably is, and I'm just so ignorant and I don't know. If you know, let me know, because I don't know. But he is a black man, and he has been elevated in this realm to basically the queen has granted him, or the king and queen have granted him his line, a dukedom. His father obviously was black. His mother was also black. Like the whole family was granted a title of a dukedom by the king and queen during that time. The royal hierarchy in the Netflix series is a white king who fell in love and married a black queen. So you don't really see the king much. He makes like one or two appearances, but apparently like his mind has gone. And I believe what they're suggesting is that he has Alzheimer's. And so he has very few moments of lucidity. So he's kind of like just off in a room someplace. Like he doesn't get a lot of screen time. The queen, however, gets a good bit of screen time because she's presiding over the entire court. So she's a queen. She's bored. Insert Lady Whistledown, who is an anonymous gossip monger who writes like scandal sheets for the Ton of London. So essentially the upper crust of London has this anonymous woman who goes by like a pen name, who is basically spreading everybody's business in her little newspaper. And she's, unlike the people who have written like scandal sheets before her, she names people by their full name and title. So she says like the Duke of Hastings, blah, 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 whatever. But she also like alludes to little other things, right? So the series centers around Lady Whistledown and what she writes, and the two main characters of Simon, who is the Duke of Hastings, and Daphne Bridgerton, who is the eldest daughter of the Bridgerton clan. And essentially, it's Daphne's first season out. She goes to be presented to the queen, just like all of the young ladies who are going to be coming out this season onto like the marriage market. They get presented to the queen, and the queen will either like shoo you away, or she'll take an interest in you. And if she takes an interest in you, then all the boys want you. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, oh, okay, cool. So when Daphne enters the room, the queen immediately is like, okay, You got the walk, you got the talk, you know what I'm saying? Your countenance is very sophisticated and very like proper young lady-ish, right? So she essentially calls Daphne flawless, and subsequently Lady Whistledown writes that Daphne is a diamond of the first water, and that she's essentially the incomparable of the season. Nobody's going to live up to her, right? So she has dudes flocking to her house after that. Like they're courting her, they're coming in. Her brother, who has inherited the title of the Viscount Bridgerton, their father has passed away. Their mother is still in the picture, but because the title can only pass to the male heir. Now Anthony, or I don't know if it's Anthony or Antony, I can't remember. Bridgerton, it has inherited the Viscount title. So he's basically in charge of the family because, you know, he's the man and whatever, Regency. So he's basically scaring away all of Daphne's suitors because he's like finding like little nitpicky things because, you know, he's protective of his sister and he doesn't want her to end up with some, you know, schlow, whatever, a POS, right? So after this happens, the suitors start to slow down, and Lady Whistledown jumps on that, and she's like, well, maybe Daphne is not what she appeared to be. Maybe she's not really a diamond, and so after that, it seems like Daphne's prospects have dried up, and like she's not going to get any proposals. And if you know anything about Regency London, like if you're on the marriage market for more than a year, your chances of finding a husband are like, right? So she knows, okay, I'm in dire straits. I gotta find a suitable, worthy husband. Insert Simon. Simon Bassett, the Duke of Hastings, has recently returned to London from affairs abroad, unknown, whatever he's been doing, off gallivanting, sowing his wild oats, as they say. And he is basically forced into attending a ball by his, I wouldn't say she's not a family member, but she kind of like semi-raised him when his father basically crapped on him when he was a kid. So Simon is essentially browbeaten into attending a ball hosted by Lady Danbury, who was like his guardian / caretaker, who like kind of raised him. He is what is considered by all of the marriage-minded mamas in society as being the catch of the season. He's like the ungettable get. And so because of that, he doesn't want to attend any functions because he knows that he's just going to be swarmed by like virgin girls and their moms who are just basically like thrusting their daughters upon him. But he goes because it's Lady Danbury and he loves her and, you know, whatever. So he goes and he runs into Daphne there. And at first they have like a love-hate type relationship, or like a hate-hate type relationship. She finds him like very pompous, and he finds her to be like, I don't know how you would describe, like he thinks that she's pretending to not know who he is in order to like get in, you know, or like find a new angle to get in. And she's like, you're so full of yourself. Chill, bro, chill. So after that first encounter, Lady Danbury and Mama Bridgerton, Daphne's mom, basically decide to get into cohorts with each other and match the two of them up, but like in a sneaky, underhanded kind of way. So they invite him over, the Dowager Viscountess. Lady Bridgerton invites Simon over for dinner. He's seated next to Daphne and they're like squabbling with each other or whatever. And then the next time that they meet at another party at Vauxhall Gardens, which is a very popular spot in a lot of Regency novels. Essentially, it's like this nighttime fireworks display light show, like in these very elaborate garden scenes. And essentially, stupid Anthony Bridgerton has taken it upon himself to match Daphne up with this disgusting, shrivelly worm of a man. And he's basically promised this guy Daphne's hand in marriage. She runs into him in like a darkened garden, and he tries to like accost her. And before, as that's happening, the Duke walks by, and he's going to intervene. And before he can intervene, she like knocks him flat out. Like she knocks the guy. She like, pow. And he's like, damn girl, like, you could defend yourself. Okay. You obviously didn't need me. So they start talking, and, she's like, I can't be seen in the gardens alone with one man unchaperoned, let alone two. I got to get out of here. I'm going to go this way. You go that way, whatever. And then Simon comes up with this scheme that we should pretend to form an attachment with each other. It will help both of us, because if I appear to be madly in love with you, all of the mothers of society will leave me alone, because they'll think that my attentions are already elsewhere engaged. And all of the men will be looking at you, because now you will be desirable again because you've caught the eye of a duke. Sounds reasonable, right? So they enter into this thing. And then slowly over time, they start developing feelings for each other. And her honor gets compromised. And throughout the series, like, all these things happen where, to avoid scandal, they have to get married. And it's very like, they don't want to he doesn't want to get married to her, because he really does love her, and he knows that secretly she wants a family. And he has sworn off, he made an oath to his father that the dukedom line would die with him, that he would produce no heir. And he's basically just said, he tells her, I can't give you children. There's a big difference between can't and won't. He won't give her children. That comes out later, and she gets pissed, and she rampages, like, I like her as a character, as an actress. Like, she pulled it off so well. The actress who plays Daphne Bridgerton, what is her name? Phoebe Dynevor. She does it very well. Very well done. I got very like Keira Knightley vibes from like the way her mouth moved. Maybe that's just because she has like the British accent, and I don't want to say like all of them are the same, but they're not, because they're not. But I got those vibes sometimes. But the actress that played her was awesome. She did a wonderful job. The subsequent actors and actresses who played the other characters, who have future books in the Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn, are also very well done. And Simon, I gotta like take a breath. I need like I'm so parched just talking about him, dude. The actor is so fucking gorgeous. Okay. The character, the way he portrays the Duke of Hastings, is so like swoon worthy, and I hate that word. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I hate the word swoon. I've read a couple of books where they overuse the word swoon, and it puts me off. But like, it's so appropriate in this instance. So he's so swoon worthy, it's ridiculous. And the sheer number of memes that I've run across on like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and like of just him, is just like, oh my God, I can't. But so moving on. So essentially, yeah, so that's basically the beginning, the basic plot of what's going on. Throughout the series, there are subplots that lead you to believe that there will be more episodes or there will be more seasons of the series, which, I'm sorry, Freckles, I just scared the fuck out of the rabbit. Lord, please. 2020 was so shit. 2021 has also been shit so far. Like, please, let me have more Bridgerton, and I won't chalk this new year up to just straight up garbage. Please. If you guys enjoyed the series, let me know in the comments below. If you thought the books were better than the series or vice versa, let me know in the comments below. But I would highly suggest that you guys read the books. I would highly suggest that you go to Netflix immediately and watch the series and then rewatch the series because it's just that good. Julia Quinn did an amazing job setting the scene for this series. She did an amazing job writing the books, obviously. The director, screenwriter, producers, costume designers, because the costumes are like, oh my God. All of those people that came together to create this, and then obviously the cast is just like, perfect, literally perfect, in my opinion. The people out there who are enraged at the fact that they have made people of color of equal rank in Regency London can bite it. I like legit. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. If you have an opinion, keep it to yourself. I don't care. The casting, it took absolutely nothing away from the plot of the books or series to change the race of the characters. It took absolutely nothing away from it. And in fact, because they did that, they allowed Simon Bassett to be played by this actor, which was literally everything to me. If he had been played by some rando white person, depending on who it was, maybe I would have been like, ooh, good fit. Now that I've seen him played by this actor, I can't unsee it. There will never be another Duke of Hastings for me. When I reread the books, which I plan on doing, I will only picture him as the Duke of Hastings, regardless of how he's described in the book. I don't care. It's him. He's my Duke. And that's the end of my ranty spiel. For the rating for the series, I gave it a 9.5. 9.5 out of 10, which is a little bit higher than the books, and that's solely based on who they cast to be the Duke of Hastings. 0.5 because the Duke of Hastings. I really enjoyed the series, obviously, in case you can't tell. I really love the books. I plan on doing a full reread because I need to refresh myself in the event that they make more seasons of the series. Please make more seasons. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It is currently streaming on Netflix. If you have Netflix, if you don't, get Netflix just to watch this because I can't rave enough. That's all I have to say. I can't. And that's it. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate you sticking with me and watching me for another ranty episode. And I'll be back next week with hopefully a book review. An actual book review of something I've read recently. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much. And I will see you in my next video. Oh wait, my fucking outro. Oh my God, okay. If you like me and you like my channel, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell so you get notifications when I upload a new video. If you would like to follow me on social media, I do have a members only Facebook group. I do this all the time, for fuck's sake. I do have a members only Facebook group. I do have an Instagram and a Twitter account devoted to this channel. They are all listed under varying names of What the Smut. I will link them in the description box below, and I will put a little banner here for you guys to see. And that's it. That's it. That's all I have. Now I can say goodbye. I got ahead of myself. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Dun 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 na 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 na. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run. I work at Burger King making Flameboard Whoppers. I wear paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? What? If you watch Family Guy, you know. But if you don't, what? Choking. Hi, manic much? Yeah. So I can't, this fucking light, something's gotta go. Where's that coming from? Seriously. Like, I don't, where are you coming from? Do I like a t-shirt I can, hold on. I'm about to fix this right now. Oh, you're way up there, you motherfucker. Of course you would be. Yes? Maybe? Maybe? Let's see. Much better. Okay. I don't know why I left the thing recording all that time, but y'all get to hear me in the background just having a fit. The Netflix, 10 minutes and I'm going to be out and you're going to take a bath.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God, geez.
Okay, go. Shoot.
Have fun.
Okay, thank you. Have fun. What the fuck is her name? Lady, what the fuck is her name? I forget. Shit. What is her name? Anyway. Yeah, what is her fucking name? I can't. I don't want to stop the thing, but I gotta. Okay. Lady Danbury. Okay. I had to like stop to go figure it out because I can't. How did I manage to do that? I printed out like a little synopsis of the series and then I didn't read it. I just told you guys my interpretation of the synopsis of the series. Anyway, that's all I got. That's all that I've got. That's all I got for today, for now, for today. And tea. Yes, I'm still using my Hocus Pocus cup because I'm too lazy to buy another non-disposable plastic cup with a straw and a lid. What's inside my cup? Can you guess? What's that? What's that cup? It's tea. It's sweet tea. Okay. I've scared the masses enough today. I'm gonna go. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.